what makes D3 special is the ability to participate in my team and within the broader community.
The perfect ending to a perfect season.
Being a D3 student athlete has completely expanded my life.
I learned how to lead. I really found a voice.
What time is it?
It's more about the experience rather than just a sport itself.
Without the experience of being a Division III student athlete, I wouldn't be the person who I am today.
NCAA Division III. Discover, develop, dedicate.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Webster University, where the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Tournament is played out exactly as it is supposed to, and the top two teams are left here, and we're going to see the championship game tonight between the number 1 seed Webster Gorlocks and the number 2 seeded Westminster Blue Jays. My name is Jim Plyman, alongside Buzz Swanston, and we have Joey Messenbrink over on the controls with Gavin Anderson on the camera tonight, and we're ready to bring this one to you. And Buzz, we got a good one here tonight. It's a one of those third time that the teams are going to play each other. Webster has won the first 2 meetings. They're the defending champion in this tournament, and there's just a lot on the line for these ladies here tonight.
It sure is, and you would think, well, they've won twice, they're going to win a third time. Yeah, don't go there. This will be a tough one, and of course, for the championship, everybody's going to go all out. We had a great semifinal. I was down at Fulton last evening, and Westminster had their hands full as they, early in the year, they had beaten Greenville by about 15, but this went into overtime, and Westminster persisted, ended up coming out on top, so would not be surprised to see a similar game like that tonight.
Yeah, and these two teams, as far as offense goes, they're very close. Westminster averages 82 points a game. On the Webster side, it's 84, but Webster's a little stingier on defense. They only give up 59 a game, and Westminster is around 70. And they've got, both teams have got experienced players. They've got players that have gone through this. The women that can hit baskets, score points, and, of course, play defense. And you talk about, defense. Webster defeats Eureka in the semifinal game, and, they caused 35 turnovers in the game, and they scored 43 points off of turnovers to pull away in that game for an 82-60 win.
Well, you bring that up, and I'll point out that the turnovers will be key tonight, especially if Westminster can keep those down. And last night's game, they had some turnovers early on and put them in a hole that they had to fight back out of. Looking at these two games, they played each other on March 6th, and in that one, Webster had 22 points off of turnovers compared to 5 points for Westminster off turnovers. It was a little bit different story the next time through. Webster still on top, 22 points again off turnovers, but Westminster had 16, so they kind of picked it up there. But turnovers will be key. Westminster was very willing to shoot the three early on, and at halftime, by the time we got to halftime, and this was one of the keys in the game last night, Westminster was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. In the second half, they were 19 out of 20 from the free throw line. Second half in overtime, so they made a concerted effort to get the ball inside, and that got them to the free throw line, and they nailed it.
Yeah, well, my goodness. And what I see, the 12 for 12 in the overtime
Right.
from the free throw line. I mean, that is tremendous. That's clutch. And, that's just that's what this kind of where you are in the season in basketball. Right. You're down the stretch. You've played. This has been a long season with all the COVID stuff and the restrictions that you've had, and they can almost play these games tonight and then take a sigh of relief that, we made it, the coaching staffs and faculty that got them through all this. And, it's certainly, going to be a reward to whoever wins this game here tonight.
Right, and I'm sure the conference officials feel the same way.
Yeah, that's right.
They've done a lot of planning and trying to make sure they get the season in. Glad they got it in compared to last year, so that's a plus. We do want to thank all the sponsors, and these are specific sponsors to the SLIAC Conference. Adidas is the official athletic apparel partner of SLIAC. Of course, College Cast, the broadcast partner. Drury Hotels, you can get a discount on rates at Drury Hotels. Winning Streak, the official merchandise provider for SLIAC. Collegiate Awards, the official awards provider for SLIAC, and we'll see those given out after the game tonight. Enterprise Rent-A-Car is another sponsor. Ask them for discounts on rentals. And Wilson is the official basketball of SLIAC. If you or your company are interested in joining this group of sponsors, opportunities are available and it can be customized to ensure a mutually beneficial relationship between your company and the conference. For more information, contact SLIAC Commissioner Dick Kaiser at commissioner@sliac.org or call 314-301-8900.
Well, we're just about a minute away from getting this underway here as both teams have huddled up and going through voices of encouragement, if you will. They are pumped up and ready to go. Unfortunately, there are no fans in the stands here for this one, so these ladies make their own noise and certainly
they do that.
Get the emotions flowing, no doubt about it. We got a crew down at the scorers table that's taking care of all the stats and the things that they need to do. We got our Joey Messenbrink running the controls for this game here, to bringing you this game here on College Cast. And we are going to step aside here for the national anthem. And then we'll have the starting lineups.
Cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidation actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption, possession of alcoholic beverages, and tobacco products is prohibited. Your cooperation is appreciated. Welcome to Grand Gymnasium for tonight's 2021 SLIAC Women's Basketball Tournament Championship game between the number 2 seeded Westminster College Blue Jays and the number 1 seeded Webster University Gorloks. At this time, would you please rise and join us for the playing of our national anthem?
Besson, and I'm a member of Delta Tau Delta fraternity. I graduated from SLIAC Catholic High School, and I found my purpose here at Westminster College. Visit today.
Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri, home of Churchill's Iron Curtain speech, ranked nationally in the top 15% for graduate earnings, with a 97% placement rate and a Forbes Best Value. To schedule your visit to Westminster, visit wcmo.edu today.
And we are back here at Webster University. We're ready for the player introductions into this one, and we will get right into the basketball game here as we are playing for the conference championship of the women's division of SLIAC here. And we will have the Westminster at guard. Shelby Kurtz averages 9.5 points a game. She wears number 5. And on the Webster side, it is number 10, Hannah Cottrell. She averages 11 a game. Westminster, Reese Arnold wears number 15. Big player for them, averages 16.2 a game. Webster, Naomi Johnson wears number 11 for Westminster. Number 31, Evelina Pauqualo. She's another big player, averaging 13.9 a game. Number 14 for Webster, Julie Bodendistel, 19.2 a game is her average. Abby Nichols wears number 32 for Westminster. She plays it forward. And Lauren Freeman, number 20 for the Gorlocks. And number 34, Emaret Rodriguez, wears number 34 for Westminster. And for Webster, number 21, Addison Besink, who averages just under 22 points a game. So again, for Westminster, it's Kurtz, Arnold, Powell, Qualo, Nichols, and Rodriguez. For the Gorlocks, it's Cottrell, Johnson, Bodendistel, Freeman, and Besink. Those are your 5 starters. Our officials here this evening, it's an all-female refereeing crew. It's Tracy Mulligan, and Kelly Hill, Rachel Lenz, and Jocelyn Price. All right, Buzz.
All right,
here we go.
And we do have 3 of the 5 first-team all-conference players, with Reese Arnold from Westminster and Julie Bodendistel and Addison Besink from Webster. Those are 3 of the 5. The others, Morgan McCrae from Iowa Wesleyan and Emily Reineck from Greenville.
Besink and Paul Qualo will do the tip. Paul Qualo wins that, and it is into the hands of Amaretta Rodriguez. Kurtz, cross court. Reese Arnold looking to find some room. She stops, puts it up, nailed it. It's 2-0.
It's a 2, yeah. And Arnold willing to take the shot. She'll take the 3 if that's open.
Lauren Freeman gets it into the hands of Cottrell. Down low, Besink kicks it back out. Now into the left corner with a fake and driving to the basket. And then we got a foul that's called on the floor. That foul is going to go against Shelby Kurtz. Hannah Cottrell from Steelville, Missouri has the inbound. And this is Freeman. Driving down into the paint, off the glass. The shot there by Cottrell is no good. Rebounded by Westminster.
Well, in the 2 previous matches, the rebounding was pretty even in both matches, and that'll be a key. Really, I think the height advantage goes to Webster here, so can Westminster keep up with them?
There's a steal by Besink. Let's see if they turn the turnover into points. Lauren Freeman sets up the play, goes to the left side to Cottrell. She drives, Reese tries to defend, does a nice job. Reese Arnold, that is, and now Rodriguez wanted to go to the basket, picked up her dribble, and gets it to Reese Arnold.
Really aggressive man-to-man by Webster.
Paul Qualo gets it inside, and taking it to the basket is Shelby Kurtz, 4-0. Blue Jays.
Don't see Kurtz in the lane all that much, but good cut there and went up strong.
Now going inside, backing in with Bodendistel, and she got called for the travel. And the momentum at the moment is with the Westminster Blue Jays.
Well, and that's important because Webster usually puts on a good first half, get out in front, and go from there. Whoop, turn it right back around.
A lot of pressure. That was Addison Besink right in front of the inbounder, Paul Qualo, and they forced the turnover. This is 2 times in a row now. Let's see if they can turn this into points. Besink wanted to drive. She was cut off. Now gets to the Cottrell, who kicks it outside. Johnson for 3. Shot is no good, and the rebound is pulled down there by Abby Nichols. She's facing pressure. Besink, Besink fighting for the basketball, and I believe they called a timeout.
They did,
I guess Besink was probably trying to call it laying there. We were blocked out there, but finally it got a call from the bench.
And Besink, no place. She's all stretched out on the floor. She can't move. She's got the ball under her chin practically and doesn't want to get it tied up. So the timeout was a good play there. But already they've turned them over 3 times here early on. We've only played a couple minutes, and that will be a problem. I did want to mention the rebound there by Nichols. Nichols had 17 rebounds in the semifinal last night.
That's a good night.
That's a great night.
That is a good night right there. When we come out of this timeout, it's a 4-0 lead for the Blue Jays. We got 7:58 to play in the first quarter. They're 10-minute quarters, and this women's division here in the Beesink goes to the basket on an inbound, an easy basket for Addison Beesink.
Using her height and then good position to use her body.
And then she guards on the inbound. Now Westminster pushes it up. This Kurtz gets it to Reese Arnold. Now Nichols into the paint, off the glass. Nice, uncontested.
Yeah, she saw an opening, went right to the hoop. She's got a beautiful jump shot. Didn't have to use it there. You'll see her sometimes go in there and stop and take the pull-up jumper.
Qualo comes down with the rebound. 7:13 to play first quarter. Nichols, Reese Arnold going to get called for the travel. I think she knew it.
Yeah, and that's something the officials watch
Yeah,
closely. They make that little move, boy.
You are darn right, sir.
You got to get that ball out of your hands before you take that. You can take that first step, but you got to get it out before you lift that pivot foot.
Lauren Freeman out of Fort Worth, Texas. Beesink, Bodendistel. Nice ball movement by the Gorlocks and an easy lay in there for Cottrell.
Yeah, Bodendistel actually too far under the or that was Beesink, too far under the basket. So she made the good assist.
Reese Arnold gets over the center stripe, gets it in the hands of Evelina Pauqualo. Nice little short jumper, too much. Ball's loose, Nichols comes up and makes it on the rebound. Nice offensive rebound there for Abby Nichols.
Yeah, you get a few of those, get the easy one right next to the basket.
4 different players have scored for Westminster. Now with a move in the paint there by Naomi Johnson. And her shot went off the back of the iron. And on the ensuing rebound, we have a foul. And that's going to put Addison Beesink to the line.
That foul's going to be on Nichols. That's her first, team second.
Addison Beesink goes to the line. She's got an average of 21.9 per game. 6'1" junior out of Jackson, Missouri. Just perfect with that one.
And Madison Schaefer came into the game for Nichols.
Second one is up and good. 2 free throws there, and it's 8-6. Another full court pressure, trouble there.
Yeah.
Beesink is causing all kinds of problems on the inbounds with those long arms.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one to get around.
Mm-hmm.
And after a basket, you have the run of the end line. So, you know, the inbound player can move, which he hasn't done yet.
He heaved to Beesink. Now slowing it down is Lauren Freeman. 21 on the clock. Naomi Johnson has it taken away. Reese Arnold trying to work against Cottrell, and she's called for the travel.
Yeah, Coach Washington doesn't agree with that call as she's up and saying, I think that's the Euro step, the famous Euro step there.
With the basketball, it is Webster University. They trail 8-6 as we have 5:49 to play. Blocked out of the paint, nothing doing there was Cottrell. Now Johnson kicks it out from the free throw stripe, and making it that one is Beesink. And we're tied for the first time. Pressure again. Arnold gets it to Kurtz. Powell. Oh, nice move there by Paula Qualo.
Just split 2 defenders. And now on the inbound pass, not paying attention, it goes out of bounds. And that is, can we call that an unforced error?
Yeah.
No defense down there, and somehow that ball goes out of bounds off of Webster. A big chance here now for Westminster.
Yeah, that's one you'd like back, right? Trying to get the ball in play, and they do. They get it to Abby Reese. Now into the basket with a move, and Beesink stops the move of Madison Schaefer.
Her first block. I think we'll see a few more tonight.
Corey Reese, you mentioned, is in the game. Now this is Julie Bodendistel. It looks like she might have turned an ankle there.
Oh, boy.
And she's going to need a substitution. And quickly off the bench is going to be Emily Ederer.
Oh, yes, she went down and right away grabbed that ankle at the under the basket, a foul on Schaefer, which will put Cottrell to the free throw line.
Going to get a pair here. 4:57 to play, first quarter. And that rims out.
She's a 76% free throw shooter.
Second one is perfect, and it's 10-9. Blue Jays still on top, having a little trouble getting the ball inbound underneath the basket here. Rodriguez will have the inbound.
Yeah, they're going to change their
Bisick
formation.
Is backed off. She's down in the. There's a pass is errant, and it's going to go right into the hands of Hannah Cottrell. Cottrell dribbles. Now this is Kiara Ryan. Ryan's out of Glendale, Arizona.
Coach Olafson called the play he wanted there, changed the formation.
Bisick gets it inside with a nice little spin move. Freshly into the game, Emily Ederer puts Webster on top. And a timeout is called by Coach Talisha Washington of the Westminster Blue Jays. And with 4:31 to play, we have an 11-10 Gorlock lead. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to collegecast.com.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall. The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
As we come out of this break, 4:31 to play. Webster has gained their second lead of the game. And here we go. No, that's the first time they've been in the lead. I'm sorry. It's 11-10. Rodriguez, Paul Qualo. Now to the right side here. Abby Reese. Back to Paul Qualo. She wants to drive and he pulls it up on the jump shot. Off the back iron, no good, and it's rebounded there by Ederer. Ederer quickly came in the game for an injury and got a basket. And a rebound. Now taking to the baseline, trying to scoop it, and slapped away there by number 23, Abby Reese.
Yeah, Reese just kind of waiting there for her to try the reverse, and she slapped it right out of bounds. We'll see this inbound play. And
Cottrell underneath. Goes to Bisick. Now decides just take the shot. She gets a nice bounce.
Yeah.
And a basket.
The shooter's roll there. 7 points for her.
13-10. Reese Arnold trying to get the ball in. Throws it away. Misses connections with Shelby Kurtz. Another unforced turnover, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was forced, but it was just an errant pass. And it'll be Webster ball underneath.
So that is 8 turnovers here in the first quarter. We still have 3:45 to play.
On the inbound. Toss to Bisick, who puts it in the hands of Jordan Grimes. Jordan Grimes picks up the dribble. Now this is Naomi Johnson, 3:27 to go. Goes to the left hand, into the paint, puts one up, no good, and the rebound is there by Arnold. She's working against Naomi Johnson. She's cut off. Now driving to the basket, off the glass, no good is the shot there by Schaefer. And Webster with the rebound. Comes down the floor, Naomi Johnson out of Incarnate Word Academy here in St. Louis. Now into the paint, now Bisick is wide open, too strong. Ederer can't come down with the rebound, and it goes into the hands of Reese Arnold. Rodriguez with a bounce pass underneath. Schaefer, no good. She was bothered there by Eder. The ball is fought far and pulled down by Biesink. She's everywhere.
You're right on that.
Everywhere. Good basketball player. Jordan Grimes, Fort Zumwalt North graduate. Ederer holds. Wanted to go inside. Biesink and Cottrell both come to show. Cottrell. Ball slapped away. It goes loose. Ederer falls on the floor, tries to keep it in play. Arnold picks it up. Now it's Schaefer. Swings it to Kurtz. Kurtz gets across the timeline. Rodriguez to the basket, and she is hammered from behind by Jordan Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes going for that block, got a little bit more than the ball.
Buzz, I say it many times when I'm doing basketball games. I've never officiated a basketball game in my life, but I could have made that call.
Yes, there you go.
I've done baseball, softball, soccer. Never wanted to put on a basketball referee shirt.
It's a hard game to officiate for sure. A lot of subjective calls.
There you go. So this is Emaret Rodriguez out of Los Angeles, California. Misses her first shot. And the 5'4" junior gets ready for her second. Her team trails by 3, 13-10, with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. She makes that one.
Coming back in is Abby Nichols for Westminster, as Schaefer will take a seat.
Now Julie Bundistel is back in the game, too. That's good to see after her turned her ankle there a bit. Nice move, but she's going to go. Not that nice. She got called for the travel. Right in front of the Westminster bench. And more pressure applied. Westminster trying to break the press. They get into the hands of Arnold.
That's a tough spot to inbound from, right in the corner.
Arnold gets across. She's very intense, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Paolo Qualo back to Arnold. With the left hand, trying to get in the paint. She spins, goes to float it up. And lost the handle. Maybe trying to force a little bit too much on that attempt. Lauren Freeman calls the play, gets it to Biesink, who leaves it for Kiara Rhines, and then Biesink cross court. Bodendisto. She's cut off there by Arnold. Rhines to the basket, high off the glass, no good. Biesink ends up with the basketball. Her shot is short this time and a rebound. Nice rebound there by Paolo Qualo. She hurries down the floor. She's cut off, and Bodendisto stepped out of play.
Almost had that steal as Paul Qualo was out of control, coming down, trying to get control of the ball and her body, and lost it there.
Referees confer on this. 57.9 seconds. They might add a second here on the clock. And back into the game is Naomi Johnson for Webster. Okay, we're ready to go. Arnold to Rodriguez. Paolo Qualo looks to get inside. Now a little bit of room for Rodriguez. She puts up the shot, and with about 4 bounces on the rim, gets it to fall.
Yeah,
we're tied at 13.
That's the real shooter's role there. Good spin.
35 seconds. 20 on the clock. They get it in the Biesink left hand. Too strong off the glass, and it's Reese Arnold with a chance here. 23 seconds. If Rodriguez can corral this, she does. She's in trouble in the corner. Tries to dribble out of it. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Arnold. Long shot. Rims out. Rebound there is Abby Nichols. Can't control it. And with 10 seconds, it's a quick break down the floor by Naomi Johnson. And she's fouled.
I think that's going to be Reese Arnold picking up that foul.
I think you are right, sir. Arnold picks up her first. It's the 4th Blue Jay foul in this quarter. And it will be Naomi Johnson going to the free throw line. She bends her knees, puts it up, and it goes off the back of the iron. She'll get another, try to break this 13-13 tie here. 6.9 seconds to go. She does. And it's 14-13.
And no pressure on the ball this time.
Kurtz, look out. Stolen by Johnson to the basket. Makes it. What a key basket that was. Oh, that hurts. That hurts if you're Westminster, as you just gave up 2 points there that you didn't need to.
Yeah, and really they changed the press, which did confuse Westminster a little bit. No pressure on the ball, but a lot of pressure at midcourt where they got the steal. Good anticipation on that.
Very good. You were right. 16-13 is our score after 10 minutes of play. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to collegecast.com.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
This week, the SLIAC is celebrating NCAA Division III week. A significant percentage of our students participate in varsity athletics, competing for the love of the game. We are proud to join 446 Division III schools in celebrating the academic and athletic accomplishments of student athletes, as well as their leadership, community service, and campus involvement.
Well, Buzz, interesting first quarter. The Blue Jays got off to a good start, and then I think the constant pressure that Webster's been applying has just been a little bit too much to overcome.
Yeah, they've I want to look at the turnover. They just gave us the official sheet. 11 turnovers, and that's way too many for one quarter.
Way too many.
11-1, so quite a disparity there. They'll have to clean that up.
Webster has the basketball as we start action here in the second quarter. As Freeman gets it inside. Baudendistel, shots blocked from behind. That was Abby Nichols out of Otterville, Missouri. And I must confess, I do not know where Otterville, Missouri is.
I guess they've got a lot of otters down there.
On the inbound, Naomi Johnson goes from the right hand to the left hand and gets it off. Long three. No good. That was from Julie Baudendistel.
Yeah, Jim, I really think Baudendistel still got a little limp to her, which would affect her shot, would affect cutting. She's trying to play through it.
Paula Quattle wanted the shot, then handed it off to Nichols, and she goes in and drives against Biesink. And Biesink will be called for the foul. That's her first one. Abby Nichols will go to the free throw line, the 5'9" sophomore. Bends those knees, puts the shot up. Does not get the shooter's roll.
Nichols, a 67% free throw shooter. That's close. But she got her own rebound.
And a three that goes in and out from Reese Arnold. She got the first one to go tonight and hasn't been able to get one to go down since. Naomi Johnson. Biesink uncontested from the elbow. No good. Rebound there by Arnold. She has pulled down a number of rebounds.
Yeah, I've got her as 3.
Reese Arnold goes behind the back, and then she's going to get fouled by Kiara Rhines.
Arnold actually has 5, so I'm behind by a couple. We'll catch that up.
Webster has won 18 straight home games, Buzz. And that is the 5th longest active streak in Division III basketball right now. They've won 11 in a row coming into this one. Nice pass, Paul Qualo, double team, kicks it out to Arnold. She's wide open for 3. We had a whistle.
I think we got 3 seconds called. I haven't seen that for a while.
No. I do believe you are correct, sir. Webster ball. Driving, Johnson, glass. No, called for the travel. These referees are Johnny on the spot for these traveling calls.
Yeah, that seems to be the favorite call tonight.
Looks like Madison Schaefer is coming back into the game for Pau Qualo.
And Kurtz checked out. In for her is Abby Reese.
Again, facing full court pressure. That one goes off the toe of Johnson. And they'll do it again. Gotta hurry. They're in trouble. And they did not get it off in time.
No.
It'll be Webster ball. Great defense by the Webster Gorlocks. Man, pressure has just been a little bit too much here. On the inbound, Naomi Johnson holds. Now darts dribbling. She works against Abby Reese. Now Freeman is fouled, and fouled well.
Yeah, Schaefer with a good whack there, trying to get the ball, got a lot of arm, and we had a text from our Otter specialist, Tim Miller, says Otterville is near Sedalia.
Okay.
All right, so thank you, Tim.
Can't get anything past Mr. Miller. But we have been schooled now. That's good.
That's it. Now we know.
Lauren Freeman to the line. Absolutely perfect with that one. And we have our first points of the second quarter.
Freeman, 77% free throw shooter. These are some pretty good averages here.
Not as perfect, but just as effective as she makes both. 18-13 is the score. They break the press. In the corner, Schaefer kicks it out to Arnold. Does her great job to keep it in. Back inside to Schaefer. She wants to back in against Baudendistel. She does and gets the basket.
Yeah, actually going to that side and going to her left, but shooting with her right, able to force it through there for the two.
Schaefer averages 8 a game. Naomi Johnson into the hands of Rhines. Now the sophomore guard, Lauren Freeman, one of the smaller players on the floor, goes in with the big ones, gets the basket. 20-15 is the score. And Westminster turns the ball over again on an inbound play. Felicia Washington again pleading her case. It's going to fall upon deaf ears, I believe.
Rodriguez came out and Kurtz back into the game for Westminster.
Cottrell with the soccer throw in. Gets it to Johnson. And Cottrell gets it back again. Working against Abby Reese. And then a long three in and out by Baudendistel. And we have a foul.
I think that's going to be on Freeman.
Freeman pleading her case. There's a lot of pleading going on.
A lot of lawyers
tonight.
out there, yeah. I'm not sure they're very successful.
Yeah,
though.
they're not. They don't have Perry Mason's winning percentage. On the inbound, that's contested and it's picked up by Baudendistel. Baudendistel went to Lindbergh High School here in St. Louis. Besink. Cottrell Johnson wants the three. That's off the mark, goes out of play. And it'll be Blue Jays basketball with 7:21 to play in the first half. It's a 20-15 lead for the Webster Gorlocks.
And Pau Qualo could have grabbed that. I almost would tell her, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we have to inbound and we're having
here.
trouble.
Pau Qualo, and it's broken up there by Baudendistel. Picked up by Rhines. Or Grimes. Johnson. And a blocking foul is called against Westminster. That will go against Shelby Kurtz.
That's her second. Team second this quarter.
7:01 to play. Hannah Cottrell on the inbound. Baudendistel. Besink. And they slow things down here. 13 on the shot clock. Naomi Johnson goes to her right. And that one is broken up by Abby Reese. A steal for Reese. Michaela Jackson in the game. Now a long one by Reese Arnold. Got it to go. A big three there. Makes it 20-18.
Big smile on her face as she watched that bang around the...
sigh of relief there. She finally got one to go. Cottrell goes inside. Besink spins, throws one up with the right hand. No good, and it's Reese Arnold with the rebound.
Nice defense by Schaefer. Just her hands straight up. And
there's a long three. Well off the mark, and as Johnson picks up the loose ball quickly down the floor, and I think she needs to pull out of here and slow things down. That's just my opinion. But no, she goes to the basket and is called for the travel.
A lot of contact there, but travel first. We do want to congratulate the Blackburn men today who won the SLIAC men's basketball championship.
Yeah, that was an interesting, fun game to watch. Reese Arnold's in trouble. She gets it across the floor here. Michaela Jackson has it swatted away. And the rebound by Schaefer, no good. She gets it again and puts it up and gets it to go. And we are tied at 20.
Good persistence there.
Schaefer giving some good minutes off the Westminster bench. 5:38 to play. Game tied at 20. And going to the basket and losing the handle is Jordan Grimes. And into the game is Kiara Rhines. There's a Grimes and a Rhines. One wears 15, one wears 5, and the one ponytail covers the one on the 15 jersey sometimes. And
that foul against Grimes.
All right.
Now they're changing the press defense. They're going to try. Well, they're just changing who's on the ball, it looks like.
There you go. Reese Arnold. To Michaela Jackson. She went to Eureka High School. Paul Qualo into the paint. Stops. Jump shot. Banks it off the glass and good. And we have a lead change.
She's tough to stop. She does a nice job. Gets good height on that jumper.
Yeah, she's got some nice form there, don't she, with that shot? Great mechanics. Baudendistel into the paint. Throws one up and gets it to go. Hobbles out of the pile. 22-22.
She has 4 points tonight.
She's gutting it out. Arnold gets it to Powell. Qualo swings it over to Jackson. Nice cut off the glass as she is fouled. And Michaela Jackson, a senior guard, will go to the free throw line. We've got a good one here, folks. It's tied at 22 with 4:44 to go in the second period. Jackson gets on the sheet as she makes a free throw.
59% free throw shooter is Michaela.
Maya Baker checked into the game a little too quickly there. Second shot is coming for Michaela Jackson. Oh, rattles that one in. Makes both free throws. It's 24-22. Blue Jays on top. Now checking into the game is Amaya Baker out of McDonough, Georgia. It's Cottrell. Going to her right. Loses the handle. Here comes Reese Arnold. Working against Freeman. Gets it to go. Nice job. 26-22.
Arnold with 8 in the game now.
She averages 16 a game. Baker. Besink guarded by Schaefer. Now Baudendistel off the screen. No good. Besink can't keep the handle, and there's Arnold. Trying to dribble out of trouble. Swings it all the way across the court. to the basket, and good. Abby Reese on the pass, and a timeout called by Webster. As head coach Jordan Olafson wants to calm things down here a little bit. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, nice cross-court pass. Good vision to see that coming.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You are listening to collegecast.com.
I'm Delilah Donnelly. I graduated from Southern Boone County High School, and I found my purpose at Westminster College. Visit today.
Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri, home of Churchill's Iron Curtain speech, ranked nationally in the top 15% for graduate earnings, with a 97% placement rate and a Forbes Best Value. To schedule your visit to Westminster, visit wcmo.edu today.
Jim Plyman and Buzz Swanson with you here at Webster University, where the Westminster Blue Jays have pulled out to a 28-22 lead. We've got just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Webster has the basketball. This is Lauren Freeman. Into Baker. And Besink comes out way up top. Now Baker. Freeman pulls out. 13 on the shot clock. Besink going to take the shot. Oh. She couldn't find anyone to pass to, so she just took the shot. 28-24. Here comes Arnold. She's going ahead of steam.
Wow.
Oh, made an adjustment and made the basket. 30-24.
Little fake of the pass across the lane. Got the defender to shift and gave her the lane to make the layup.
Now they go low into Bondistel. She puts this one up over Powell Qualo. And baskets are coming at a pretty quick pace right now.
A little half hook there to keep the defender shouldered off.
The basket. Oh, a little too hard. Besink comes down with the rebound. Jackson frustrated. She missed that one. Lauren Freeman, a sophomore. I remember she had a great game in his championship game last year for the Gorlocks when they won this title. Besink forces one in.
Yeah, just over the top of the defender, who made a good play. Just get your hands up, make her shoot over you, but she was able to do that.
Powell Qualo into the paint, floats one up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Bodendistel. Challenge there by Powell Qualo, but they get into the hands of Freeman. Quickly down into the lane. She flips one up, a little bit out of control there.
I would say.
Yeah, and Abby Reese with the rebound. Michaela Jackson. Bounce pass, and that one was, the communication wasn't perfect there between her and Powell Qualo. As I think Evelina Powell Qualo thought she was going to take the shot.
Right, yeah, she was going for the rebound instead of looking for the pass.
Bodendistel gets it.
And Rodriguez comes in for her right now, give her a breather.
Lauren Freeman, Bodendistel wants to drive, working against Nichols. Nichols, great job of defense. Oh, and Schaefer couldn't come down with the basketball, and it goes off her hands.
Yeah,
She'd like that opportunity back.
Yeah, I think Nichols even got a piece of that shot.
I think you're right. I didn't give her a block there. Cottrell gets it to Freeman. She went to hoist one, didn't work, but went right to Besink. She was a little strong with the shot, and Abby Nichols comes down with the rebound.
Oh.
And then Cottrell gets the steal, and I think the foul is on the floor. The basket's not going to count. But great defense again there by the Gorlocks.
And that'll go against Reese Arnold, her second. Team's third this quarter. 1:48 left in the first half. And Arnold checks out. Pauqualo checks back in.
Good basketball game. This is fun. Just wish there were fans in the stands.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But we're doing the best we can here on College Cast to bring you the action. This is Cottrell. Pulls out. Bodendistel's going to take the three. Looked good, but a little strong, and goes right to Besink on a tip. And she has another basket, and we are tied at 30.
She scored 6 points here in the last couple minutes.
Now Kurtz all the way to the basket. She floats. It's blocked there by Cottrell, and the ball is picked up there by Naomi Johnson. She gets cross court. Stops at the free throw line. Pops, rolls out. And Freeman had the rebound. The ball comes loose. Bodendistel says, I'll take it. She lets the shot go. It's short. Besink rebounds. She puts it up. Got it to go, and she's going to get an N1.
Wow. She is hot right now. Give her the ball, and she's going to get a chance at the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 from there tonight already.
It's an 8-0 run currently going on here for the Webster Gorlocks. And Addie Biesink.
81% free throw shooter. Can't get much better than that.
That's not bad.
And actually, she does lead the conference in free throw percentage. Yep. Not surprising.
The referees get things organized here and calm the Westminster bench down a bit. It will be Addison Biesink. Shooter's roll does not happen that time. Pauaqualo, is fouled there by Hannah Cottrell, and she was ready to pick up the ball and put it in the basket.
She was, and then that would have been a big steal.
Her eyes were rolling more than the basketball was there. She didn't agree with that, and then it's going to send Pauaqualo to the free throw line in a bonus situation here. She's going to get 2 free throws. Evelina Pauaqualo out of Republic, Missouri.
And for such a good shooter, when she's on the court, she only averages 54% from the free throw line.
With the score 32-31, after she makes the first one, she'll get a chance to tie it.
I said we noticed last night how deep that knee bend is when she takes those free throws, but they work there.
We are tied again. It's 32-32, and we have 1 minute to play in the first half. Jim Plyman and Buzz Swanson with you here from Webster University in the championship game of the SLIAC Conference. Biesink shot, that's blocked there by Pauaqualo and Abby Reese. Not sure which one really got the hand on it there. Oh my!
That's a screen that Cottrell did not see.
No,
and
she did not see it, and boy, they almost like cracked jaws there.
Yeah, I think a head to the jaw there. Pauaqualo got the worst of that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Cottrell's
yeah,
still
you're right.
rubbing her jaw.
They both are. You're right.
Wow. Woo. That hurt just watching it. Evelina Pauaqualo goes to the free throw line. 3 dribbles, deep knee bend. And she shook it off. 33-32 as Westminster goes back into the lead. 43 seconds remain. Second shot coming. That one's short, and it's going to get rebounded by Pauaqualo. They're going to bring it back to Arnold. There's 35 on the game clock. 12 on the shot clock. Kurtz working against Johnson. Over the top of Biesink, no good. But a rebound. Pauaqualo goes up. No good, and she's fouled. Looks like the foul is going to be on Jordan Grimes, and with 21 seconds to go, Pauaqualo will get another couple of free throws here. Reese Arnold will come out. Don't want her to make a foul on this next possession. Pauaqualo again, deep knee bend. Shot is up. Off the mark to the right. She's got one more coming, and then a chance to give her team a 2-point lead. That one's good, and it's 34-32.
4 for 6 from the line for Pauaqualo right now.
16 seconds left. Bounce past Biesink. She's at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Cottrell drives into the paint. Floats one up. No good. Rebound. Biesink had it. And Michaela Jackson flings it between the legs and trying to save it.
That was creative save there.
Yes, it was. There's 3.1 seconds on the clock. Inbound Johnson can't get it, but she gets a handle back, throws into Biesink, throws one up, no good.
Oh, foul called, foul called.
Oh, hold on, folks. And we're going to send Addison Biesink to the free throw line. Everybody's going to leave the court. The foul is on Abby Nichols. That's her third. And she's going to get a pair of free throws here with no time on the clock. Are they going to put maybe 0.2 or something back up there? That's what they're going to do. Now they're going to bring everybody back onto the floor. So the score is 34-32 for Westminster. Besink goes to the line. Her first one is good.
3 for 4 so far tonight from the line.
And the second one is good. Inbound, the horn sounds, and we have played 20 minutes of basketball here in the Women's Championship of the SLIAC Conference, and we are tied at 34-34. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and hopefully we'll have an interview for you, and we will be back right after these messages. You are listening to collegecast.com.
I think coming in, especially as Division III athletes, all of us are very competitive people, and we wanted to keep competing after high school.
We work really hard over the summer to come in prepared for our season, and I think it really helps.
We really strive to be as competitive as we can on the field, and we put in the extra time daily to succeed in those goals.
How do I achieve an education in the classroom? By showing up on time to class, to every class, and taking advantage of the study tables that we have.
I'm a music major, so it helps to do a lot of study group and sessions, and it's a lot of getting to know your professors as well and asking for help all the time.
We get involved in the community we participate in Webster Works, and as a team we go and help out. Last year we did yard work. The year before that we went and helped out at a school, and it's a few hours of our day to just really give back, and it's really rewarding.
Whether we're out on team lunches and stuff, we try to just be community contributors as best we can, whether it's being friendly to people around us and really helping out little kids is our big focus and stuff like that.
What does it mean to be a part of a team? I think that to be a part of a team, you have to be committed. You have to show up to practice on time, form a chemistry, form a bond with your teammates.
It's weird with golf because it's a very individual sport. You're out there on the course, you're on your own. You don't have your teammates beside you the whole way. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's a team game because that's how you win.
Be together as one, not only on the field, but off the field. You can't win games without having that chemistry and that bond.
You play 5 players and you count your top 4 scores. So just because one guy goes out there and shoots real well, you still have to root for your teammates and hope that they do the best too.
I can't put it into words. We are all so unique. I love every single one of them.
When I hear Gorlock Strong, a couple things come to mind. First off, on the field, us in the athletics department here, strive to be as best as you can.
To be Gorlock Strong, it's just getting in there and digging deep and giving all what you have, but still being kind-hearted.
Pride in your sport, in your team, and in your school.
We all know each other very well. We all have each other's backs. We're there for each other.
Because at the end of the day, we all have to support each other as athletes and as teams. And so that Gorlock Strong backbone that we have is something that's crucial to all of our athletic successes. My name is Jay Hargis.
I'm Erin McGinnis.
I'm Nicole Rozier.
I'm Brett Jungles, and I'm Gorlock Strong.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here at Webster University, and we have played a full 20 minutes, and we are tied. It is the Webster Gorlocks 34, the Westminster Blue Jays 34, and we're joined by the SLIAC Commissioner, Dick Kaiser. And Dick, we got a great game going on here as you wrap up the basketball season, and congratulations to you and everybody it took to get this far here this season.
Well, first of all, let's talk about tonight's game. Two pretty evenly matched teams, and the Blue Jays had a little problem with the pressure at the beginning, and now they've seemed to have figured that out a little bit, and they're attacking the basket pretty well. But it reminds me quite a bit about the men's game up at Blackburn earlier today, where it was a 3-point difference at the half, and the top 2 teams in each of the men's and women's league were obviously very, very closely matched up, and that was a great game for the entire whole game, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to be too.
Yeah. There's a lot of talent out there, and as you say, the Westminster adjusted a little bit, and they were having a little trouble, a lot of turnovers, but they kind of worked things out, got themselves a lead, and Webster comes right back, and almost fittingly, we're tied here at halftime.
I think that's probably the proper word is fittingly. Both these teams are going to fight it down to the very end.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit at the beginning on our pregame show that, that classic third game, the Webster's won 2 games against Westminster here in the regular season, and it always seems to be hard to win that third time.
It's exceptionally hard to beat anybody
any sport,
3 times.
Yeah, any sport, we've all seen it. So in a nutshell, can you take me through how you all got through this season? Everybody seems to do their part is trying to get through it. I know there's little bumps with the COVID stuff, but you guys made it, and here we are.
Yeah, I would say we're one of probably less than 20% of all the Division III conferences in America, and there are 44 conferences. So we are one of the 10 or 11 conferences that are going to end up playing every sport that we were supposed to play. And we have 17 championships in the SLIAC, and after this game we'll have finished 7, and we have 10 to go. And we're right on target to get them all done. To answer your question, there was probably a pretty good time in August and September last year where I'm not sure we were even thinking we were going to get this in. The COVID was rampant, and there wasn't any testing going on, and nobody could afford the testing, and because the tests were $80, $90 a piece, and so on and so forth. And our ADs and our administration, meaning the presidents and the medical personnel, they figured it all out. Some less expensive tests came on the market. Schools worked with their local health departments and everything, and all of a sudden, long about November, late November, we decided we're going to make this happen. And so we started making plans, and we made the decision that we're going to truncate everything, and at least in the winter, but we're going to try to play everything. And so we came up with this 10-game schedule that we developed, and we started it we decided to push it back, and we used volleyball as kind of our test modulo. Volleyball started on the 5th of February, and we figured if we could make that happen, then maybe we could make basketball happen. And 3 weeks later, we started basketball, and yes, we've had a couple stumbles here and there, and we had a couple men's teams that ended up getting COVID at the end of the season and thus missed the tournament. But overall, out of the 16 teams in the league, we've got 14 of them in the championship that all had a chance to play. So that's what this was all about, was giving our kids a chance to play.
Yeah, and you got to give the kids some credit because they have to have enough discipline to want to be on the floor with their teammates and keep it going too.
It's truly amazing. I'll use Webster as an example. These kids that are in basketball, they have to come in 3 times a week at 5:30 in the morning to get tested.
Really?
Yeah, and that's required by the NCAA. Well, it's not required, but it's the guidelines by the NCAA. So they're coming in at 5:30, 6 o'clock, 3 times a week to get tested. And it's a grind, you know.
Yeah.
And so long story short, again, kudos to the presidents who found the money to do the testing. Kudos to the ADs and the medical people that put together a plan. And right now I'm so proud of the SLIAC for where we're at and what we're able to do. And we were talking about this earlier today. I think we're the last league in America still playing basketball, college basketball, and we're going to finish up this tonight, and then we'll move on. But very, very exciting, and I know that the student athletes are excited about it. And quite frankly, it's a freebie for them, and I'm not sure a lot of people know this, but this year doesn't count for the student athletes. So even though they may be a senior or a junior or a sophomore or whatever the case may be, this year does not count against their eligibility, so they can come back. And in talking to a lot of the student athletes that are playing on the teams that within the league, a lot of them are going to come back, which is going to help retention. It's going to help enrollment at our institution. So it could end up being a real win-win for us.
Well, that's great. And again, just switching back to this game here tonight, What do you see in the second half coming up from the commissioner's standpoint here?
Well, I think I think the Blue Jays got to keep attacking the basket, and they seem to have a little bit better shots from the outside. They're falling, got a couple fall. Webster is not. I don't know if they've hit a shot from out very far, maybe a 10 or 15 footer. Yeah. Everything's been drive, been layups or putbacks or stuff like that. So what I think the Gorlocks have to do to win is try to hit some shots from outside. What I think the Blue Jays have to do to win is not turn over the ball, keep the ball in their possession, get some good offensive push, and don't be afraid to go right at the basket. Mm-hmm. I know there's one player that got injured in practice this morning. Their post player is only playing limited minutes, but when she's in, I don't know if Webster has an answer for them. So it's kind of both ways. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's a contrasting style. These two are trying to get this victory here tonight. So it's a lot of fun to see this. So we're gonna cut this one off here, and we're going to take a break here. And I want to thank Dick Kaiser for coming in and sharing his thoughts with us here at halftime. It is 34-34, and we're going to take a break. You are listening to collegecast.com. We'll be right back.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
We are 20 minutes closer to finding out who will be the SLIAC women's basketball champion, but nobody has an edge as the score is 34-34 at halftime. And want to let you know that this week is the SLIAC is celebrating NCAA Division III week. A significant percentage of students enrolled at each of our member schools compete in varsity athletics, playing for the love of the game. They also excel in the classroom and demonstrate leadership, community service, and campus involvement. We are proud to join Division III conferences this week in celebrating these accomplishments. And we want to thank all those folks that help sponsor SLIAC Sports, which includes Adidas, the official athletic apparel partner of SLIAC. Of course, College Cast, the broadcast partner. Drury Hotels, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Winning Streak is the official merchandise provider for SLIAC. Collegiate Awards, the official provider of awards, and we will have awards after this game, so stick with us for that. And Wilson, the official basketball for the SLIAC. And if you are interested in joining that group of sponsors, just contact Dick Kaiser at 314-301-8900. I'll turn it over to Jim for play-by-play.
All right, thank you, Buzz Swanson, as we get ready to go here in the third quarter. Westminster has the basketball. We are tied at 34. There's a long three-pointer that is no good by Kurtz. The rebound is put in by Madison Schaefer.
Yeah, good positioning. I like it when she gets it. She goes right back up with it. Don't mess around.
36-34 is the score. Now it's Bodendistel. 1 foot in the lane, 1 foot at the free throw line. Kicks it out to the left side. Johnson misses the rebound. Schaefer has the rebound.
2 shots, 2 rebounds for Schaefer.
This is Shelby Kurtz, guarded by Freeman. Now a bounce pass inside. Arnold goes with the left-handed dribble, cut off. Heaves one across to Kurtz. Powell Qualo, back to Kurtz. She goes left, and a blocking foul called on Lauren Freeman. And again, that look to the referee that we have seen these ladies exhibit tonight. They're all kind of wondering what's going on. On the inbound, that's slapped away there by Hannah Cottrell.
And almost a lost player there, as standing wide open down there for a second was Reese, but Cottrell got over quick enough to get a hand in.
Evelina Palo-Qualo. Left hand now adjusted with the right, and then she is fouled there by Julie Bodendistel. And it will be Palo-Qualo heading to the free throw line once again.
4 of 6, all of those in the second period from the line.
She has 10 points. In and out. Boy, she gets down low for those.
She does.
Doesn't she?
Doing her deep knee bends while she's shooting free throws.
I'd still be down there. I couldn't even get that low.
Nicely
done. 37-34 as Palo-Qualo makes 1 of 2 there. Naomi Johnson, Freeman into Biesink. She had the opportunity, missed it. Pretty much uncontested there. And it was Arnold with the rebound. Palo-Qualo to Kurtz. Drives, puts up the knee, misses the shot. Got to make those, Buzz. You get in that close.
Yeah, and she was taking on Biesink there, tried to go.
Perfect form, just didn't get the shot to go. Cottrell gets it inside to Biesink, kicks it out, looks for a 3. No good from Johnson. Reese Arnold gets the rebound. She's had a number of rebounds tonight. Palo-Qualo gets it across midcourt. Now open in the corner for 3. Makes it. Abby Reese makes it 40-34. It's a 6-point lead. That's the largest lead. That matches the largest lead for for Westminster in this game. Haven't had many threes in this contest.
No.
Johnson's going to try another. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, back to back.
Oh, yeah. She missed the last 3, and I like it. Not scared to take another one just because you missed one.
Well, and you asked about Arnold's rebound. She had 7 at halftime, so at least 8 now. And she is all over. She's not the tallest player on the court, but she's aggressive and she's smart. She goes to the ball.
Addison Biesink leads all scores in that first half. She had 18 points. And then over on the Westminster side, it was Palo-Qualo with 10, but they had 8 different players score. And it's Reese Arnold has 9, and so it's Palo-Qualo with 10 and Arnold with 9. And on that Webster side, is Addison Biesink leads away with 18. And then Freeman and Baudendistel each had 4 as the nearest high point totals for the Gorlocks. It's a 3-point lead for Westminster.
And I'll point out one other halftime statistic. Westminster's out rebounding Webster 25-18 at the half.
Reese Arnold went to Washington High School, and she is fouled from behind as they get their feet tangled up between Freeman and Reese Arnold. Freeman knows she's going right to the bench as she picks up her 3rd foul. Into the game now is Jordan Grimes. Back of her uniform crunches up and looks like she's number 5. It's 15. Now Schaefer underneath. Can't get it to go as she was guarded there by Biesink. Baudendistel takes it down the floor, goes to the basket. Got it to go. No foul called there.
Contact, but no foul.
As Biesink and Johnson play a little defense.
Well, and that's the other thing. The turnovers tightened up 15-12 with Westminster committing 3 more turnovers.
Biesink caught the pass and it was just slapped out of her hand by Abby Reese. And
looks like it's zone defense now by Westminster,
Yes, looks like
kind of a 1-2-2.
Yeah. There's a long 3 again, no good. And Schaefer picks up the rebound off of the 3-pointer from Naomi Johnson. Swatted from behind and stolen there, and that was Jordan Grimes. Now Baudendistel on the other end. Her shot partially blocked, and Schaefer comes down with it, and she dribbles out of trouble. Kurtz gets around Johnson, goes to the basket, and makes the layup.
Nice, good concentration. A lot of pressure coming on her from behind, but she stuck with it. Good form.
Kurtz averages 9.5 a game out of Camdenton, Missouri. Now the bounce pass, Biesink turns around and it's blocked there. Big block by Abby Reese. Quickly down the floor, Westminster. Cottrell puts up some defense against Kurtz, gets it back, goes to the basket, and it's fouled. And who are they going to call this on? Is it Grimes or Cottrell? Oh, it's Biesink. Biesink gets the foul.
Yeah, Biesink. That's only her second.
It is. I missed her even being involved in there.
She was on the inside,
I think.
yeah.
She must have been. I thought it was going to be Cottrell that got the foul, but it is Biesink, and to the line it is Shelby Kurtz. She makes the first. So Kurtz is off to a good start here in the second half. 43-39. We have 6:18 to play, third quarter. Kurt's second shot rattles it and puts it in. 30. It's a 5-point lead now, 44-39. As the Gorlocks come into the front court.
Yeah, sticking with the zone defense.
Yeah, see how long they stay with that. Baudendistel wanted the shot, couldn't get open. Biesink can't get the basketball. Swings it outside. Cottrell gets Arnold to leave her feet. Finds some room in the paint. Throws one up and banks it off the glass.
Now that was a hope and a prayer, and it was answered.
It was answered. Reese Arnold breaks the press. Michaela Jackson into the game now. Arnold wants the 3, launches one as well short, goes out of play. Not touched by anybody, goes out of play, and Arnold just looks to the skies and goes, what was I doing there?
Yeah, she was about 4 feet behind the 3-point arc. She's testing her range and came up short.
44-41 is our score. Cottrell's going to, she stepped out of bounds. Referee right on the spot there. That was right in front of her. Good call there by our official. We have a all-female crew here tonight.
Arnold and Schaefer go out for Westminster. Rodriguez comes in.
Our referees here tonight, Tracy Mulligan, Kelly Hill, Rachel Lenz, Jocelyn Price. Doing their best to keep this game under control, and they've got to hurry to get this in. And this is Rodriguez, double teamed here. Cottrell, Biesink. They get it to Kurtz. It's a 2-on-1 now. Kurtz to the basket, gives it over to Abby Nichols, no good. Michaela Jackson has it swatted away by Cottrell. Johnson to Biesink, to the glass, basket. 44-43. Trouble again. Cottrell with a steal. Basket.
The pressure.
Another pressure stolen. Bodendistel. And Paulo knocks it out of play.
I think she's going to be called for a foul. Yes, she is.
45-44, just like that. Webster back on top. My, oh my.
That was 3 successive turnovers, and really what started as a 2-for-1, and now a foul.
The inbound went to Biesink, and she was fouled. And Addison Biesink's going to go to the free throw line. She has 20 points.
That is the 4th foul on Nichols, and Nichols, although she only has 2 points, a key rebounder, that's going to
bring Madison Schaefer back in, but with 4:51 to play in this third quarter, Addison Biesink goes to the line. Makes her first.
Yeah, and that's, she's a very good free throw shooter, and you don't see that a lot from your post player. Usually they're not quite as good, but Biesink, nice touch. And I jinxed her.
Yeah, you jinxed her, but Bodendistel gets the rebound. Jordan Grimes slows things down a little bit. 10 on the shot clock. Oh!
A 3.
A 3. It was a 3 from Bodendistel.
I think we're getting a timeout. Yep, getting a timeout from Westminster. Coach Washington wants to.
But there was a foul called on, I think, on Jordan Grimes, because they went to the table and said 15.
And they've got her for board. 3. Yeah, let's see.
So it's 49-44.
Yeah,
a quick change here in momentum and the lead.
And it was really the turnover. So at the one end, it looked like Westminster had a nice 2-on-1, and they didn't score on that. Quickly, the ball got thrown down court, and Biesink got a layup. Then they stole the next 3 times, stole the ball in the next 3 times, and getting a couple baskets and free throws there, and all of a sudden they're up by 5. That's how quickly things can change.
Well, it's a 10-0 run, and it was 44-39 in favor of Westminster just minutes ago.
That foul is number 5 in the quarter, so the rest of the quarter it'll be free throws for Westminster.
So Reese Arnold goes to the free throw line. She makes her first. That stops the run. 49-45. Big shot coming up here. Swishes. So 2 free throws without ever having to do anything with the basketball there for Westminster. That was on an inbound. The ball hadn't even been put into play when the foul was called.
They stay in that 1-2-2.
Bodendistel fires one across for Cottrell with the scoop. No good. Rebound pulled down and then slapped away. Losing the handle was Abby Reese. She's out of Cape Central High School. Powell Qualo checks back into the game now. She comes in for Jackson. And it'll be Cottrell on the inbound. Gets it to Johnson. Bodendistel wants the 3. No good. Rebound there by Addison Biesink. What a play.
Yeah, she snuck in there. Westminster had the positioning, and she snuck in.
Just got the inbound in, or did they?
No, they did not. Turnover number 6 in this quarter with just under 4 minutes to play.
Biesink now has 23 points in this one. She averages 21.9 a game. She is there. Everything else now is gravy for her. Julie Bodendistel to Johnson. Naomi Johnson. Gets it inside. Baudendistel for three. Hits the rim twice, no good, and it goes out and knocked out of play, and it will stay with Webster. Everything seems to be going the Gorlock's way right now.
Yeah, some good block-off work down under the basket by Reese. But
Johnson, another three.
Got it.
Yes!
Wow.
When you're hot, you're hot.
They got 3 threes in this quarter, and they didn't have one the first half.
54-46. Now Arnold gets a handle on it. Left-hand dribble, stops, puts it up. Doesn't get it to go, but I believe she was fouled. And the foul will be called on Kiara Rhines. And Reese Arnold will go to the free throw line.
Rhines' third foul.
Reese makes the first one. She now has 12 points. She's a tenacious player. Love her spunk on the floor. She makes them both.
And she's a good shooter. That helps.
Yes, it does. 54-48. Johnson got away with a little drag of the foot there. Kicks it up, Johnson. She's got the hot hand. She puts this one up, and it rolls in. And pressure after the basket. 56-48. Schaefer goes across court. Arnold for three. That is blocked there by
Cottrell.
Hannah Cottrell. Got the paw up there and gets the block with 2:42 to play. It'll be Westminster ball underneath. Schaefer from the free throw line. Jumps. No good. Baudendistel with a one-handed rebound. Guarded there by Powell Qualo. She backs off and they get it into the hands of Naomi Johnson. Johnson working against Shelby Kurtz. And Cottrell draws a foul. You could hear her up here saying, "Get her off of me." Then there was the foul.
Reese's first foul, team's third this quarter.
Johnson. Now Cottrell goes to drive, loses the basketball, and it's going to be last touch by Westminster. Naomi Johnson's up to 11 points with those threes.
5 seconds.
Into Cottrell, she puts it, nope.
And Reese is pleading her case that my arms are straight up. I can't be called for a foul when I do that. But she is.
But she was. She is, she was, and she has been. And it's going to put Hannah Cottrell to the line. That one couldn't be any better. She has 8 points now.
Cottrell only 76% from the line.
Only?
Man. Yeah. Got them both.
58-48, the biggest lead of the game for Webster. And here comes some more pressure. Kurtz quickly gets it down. Reese Arnold wants a three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded. No good by Kurtz. It was blocked by Baudendistel. And she comes away with the basketball. Playing on a gimpy left ankle. Barely getting down the floor. And there's a travel called on Cottrell.
Yeah, that quick start.
On the inbound play, Reese Arnold gets it back to Abby Reese. Reese, whoa, my goodness, she's got away with that. There's Kurtz drove into a pair of trees. At good defense there, but the loose ball was picked up.
That's Arnold. That's your Arnold, man.
Yes, it is. 15 points for her now. 58-50. 1:21 to play in the third quarter.
And she saw what was happening, went into the lane, got the loose ball, and hit the jumper.
Kira Rhines to Cottrell. Reese puts on a little pressure. Cottrell wanted to drive, couldn't do it. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson's going to have to put one up here. There it goes. No good. Schaefer, nice block out rebound. Kurtz with 50 seconds to go. Gets it down the floor. Powell against Bondistel. Jump shot up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Rhines. Cottrell, 2-on-1. Goes to the basket. Goes to the left hand. What a block there by Schaefer. Kurtz picks it up. We got 35 seconds. Kurtz wants to drive against Bondistel, and she keeps her away. Gets it to Powell. Shot, no good. And it's Biesink. Fights for the rebound. We got 23 seconds to go. Johnson, 1 against 3. She's going to pull out, slow it down, and wait for the last shot. I haven't seen this happen much tonight.
No, yeah, where they slow things down, no.
I haven't said that often. 7 on the clock. It is Bondistel for 3. No good. Ball's loose. And it's fought for, and we'll have a jump ball, and possession will stay. We'll stay with Webster. And we got 0.8 seconds left.
Oh, boy, this is unusual. They're bringing Nichols in with their 4 fouls with a second left here.
Biesink? No. As the horn sounds, it is a 58-50 lead for Webster. We'll take a break here. You are listening to collegecast.com.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Did you know that on average about 1/4 of the students enrolled at NCAA Division III member schools participate in varsity athletics? This week, the SLIAC is joining 446 Division III schools and 44 conferences in nationwide celebration of NCAA Division III Week. We are proud of our student athletes who excel both in the classroom and in athletic competition while demonstrating leadership, community service, and campus involvement.
Well, Bud Swanston, we've had a good basketball game here, and, you know, we're talking, just as a fan, you'd like to see Webster just climb back into this one a little bit, make it tight, and on the other side, if you're a Webster fan, it's, you know, time to put the pedal down on the floor and, you know, put this one away and come away with your second straight conference championship.
Well, that third quarter, Naomi Johnson got hot, hit 2 threes. Yeah. Another basket in there, so she had 3 points by halftime and now picked up 8 in that quarter.
Yeah, it was a great quarter for her. Yeah, and we hadn't seen much of the three-point shot in this game up to that point. All right, we start in the fourth quarter. Here we go. This is Schaefer. Reese Arnold, who's trying to do everything for her Westminster Blue Jays. Goes to the basket, forces that one up, but Schaefer got the rebound to put back and got it to fall.
There's Schaefer doing what she does.
She has 8 points. 58-52. Cottrell's looking for Biesink. She has her going down low. Bondistel backs in, puts the ball on the floor, puts it to the basket. No good, and the rebound is pulled down by Abby Nichols. Kurtz gets it across. She's going to be double teamed. It's just taken by Cottrell. She's got Johnson all alone. Underneath, left hand, no good. She just couldn't get control of the basketball. Arnold has another rebound. Gets it down for Nichols. Or Reese, Ricky Reese puts that one in.
First 2 buckets of the fourth go to Westminster. And the key there is they didn't have to inbound after a basket.
You're right. Yeah, Johnson had the layup. She just couldn't catch up to the basketball on the pass. Never got good control on it. Would have had an easy layup. Naomi Johnson now is going to pull out a bit. She's guarded by Kurtz. Bondistel for 3. Off the front of the rim, and Johnson taps the rebound right back to herself. And she traveled.
Yep. We've had quite a few of those calls, starting from scratch.
You know, the difference is sometimes up here you're watching the upper half of the body. We're not seeing the feet.
We're not really watching the feet,
right,
which
and
the
referees are trained
are.
to do. Exactly. Because I'm looking at that one going, I didn't see that, but there's two officials. Both of them just blew the whistle right there.
Yeah, Johnson upset with herself, heads to the bench there.
58-54. Westminster with the ball. Arnold gets it inside. Oh, and a nice scoop there by Abby Reese.
I'm not sure that's who she was passing to, but it turned out the way she wanted it.
58-56.
And
all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. Amarette Rodriguez back into the game. Bodies go down. There's a bounce pass inside. Nichols flings it outside. Arnold will take the three. Oh! She's got it, and we have a lead change with 8 minutes to go. 59-58.
They've scored the first 7 points to no points.
My, oh my. 18 points now for Reese Arnold, is the junior out of Lawndale, Missouri.
And Water Distal coming out, Katie Allen into the game.
Allen's first appearance as they go a little taller down low. Allen with the basketball. She pulls up top. Now they go inside to Biesink. She backs in against Schaefer. And the block there. The ball is batted by Abby Nichols, and here away comes Arnold.
Nichols now with 3 blocks on the night, and that's a dangerous move with 4 fouls, but that's the way she plays.
Abby Nichols holding the ball high, gets it inside to Schaefer. She's got triple team. Kicks it out, Rodriguez. Now they go to left side underneath Nichols. Shot goes up, and the ball comes down. Schaefer picks it up, and she's going to get fouled. She's going to get a pair with 7:09 to play. The foul goes against Biesink. No, it's not. It goes against Lancaster.
No, Allen. No, you're right, Lancaster. Is there a Lancaster in there?
22.
Oh, yeah, she is. Wait a second. Yep, that was Lancaster, her first. So and the team's first.
We have had a lead change at the 8-minute mark. 7:09 to play here. Westminster has clawed their way back into this one. Schaefer misses the front end of this 2-shot opportunity.
These are her first free throws of the night.
Missed them both. With 7:04 to play, trailing by a point. Cottrell looks for someone inside. Now she decides to take the three. That is well off the mark. And now Webster's going to apply some pressure on this inbound. This is what has caused problems all night.
So they've turned it over 26 times so far compared to 14 for Webster, and a lot of them in that third quarter.
Michaela Jackson will have the inbound. Having trouble getting it in. She throws it away. She was waiting for Rodriguez to go to the right, and she never went that far. She didn't go far enough to retrieve that pass. Johnson's back into the game for Webster. She replaces Jordan Grimes. 59-58, 6:53 to play. Jim Plyman, Buzz Swanson with you. Joey Messenbrink on the controls. Gavin Anderson on the camera. Bounce pass inside. Jackson gets in there and steals it, and Arnold comes up with the basketball. Heaves it down the floor to Pauqualo, and she's going to draw the foul against Naomi Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson coming out, and that's a tough one. That's going to be 4 on her, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry. That's her first. Yeah, I was looking at Grimes' numbers.
Kurtz gets the inbound catch, goes it into Nichols, into Pauqualo. She goes a jump shot, and Biesink says, no, you don't. And then Pauqualo takes it back. Biesink.
Wow.
Hammers her with the foul. What an exchange there.
After the block, she got the ball, took it right back from her, and Pauqualo's had a couple of hard knocks tonight.
I would say she's taken a bit of a beating here tonight.
Got a little
limp. That crash between her and Cottrell there, it was like jaw to jaw. Cottrell never saw her there. And things settle down here just for a second with 6:34 to play. Evelina Pauquao makes the shot. She'll have another. 60-58.
Been to the line now 10 times tonight and has made 7.
Makes it 61-58. And Lauren Freeman back into the contest. Baudendistel has it stolen by Reese Arnold. She has picked her pocket. Now she's going to be challenged, and she gets it to Pauqualo. She's going right down the lane. A bounce pass to Nichols and a basket. 63-58, and we got a player down on the. Looks like a leg injury. This is Naomi Johnson.
Yeah, trainer out there right away, and Naomi's in some pain there.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we'll come back, we will bring you the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds of this one. It's a 63-58 for Westminster as they put on a comeback. We'll take a break. You're listening to collegecast.com.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that with what we were given comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
Back to action here. 6 minutes to play. 63-58. Westminster on top, and Buzz, they put on quite a run here.
A 13-0 run to start the quarter. They were down by 8, up by 5 now.
There's Freeman's shot. No good. Kurtz has the rebound. She picks up her dribble, gives it to Arnold. Arnold wants to drive. She goes to the basket. Gets it to go. 65-58. Arnold now with 20. As they continue to take the basketball inside. Cottrell has,
Pauqualo almost had that.
Almost had the pick there. That will be her second. Schaefer and Reese come in. Nichols and Jackson go out for Westminster. This has been a game of runs. Not this big of runs, but this is our largest, certainly. Now, Cottrell misses the shot. Webster has won 11 in a row and 18 in a row on their home floor, dating back to 2019, and they're in a little danger right now as we have 5:08 to play. Pauqualo drives off the glass, gets it to go. 67-58. Freeman gets it into the hands of Rhines. Now Cottrell for 3. No good, and Pauqualo has the rebound.
Webster's been scoreless for 7 minutes now.
Pauqualo with the basketball. Her entire team over on this right side of the bench on their feet, rooting on their teammates. And it's Biesink with the steal. She throws it ahead for Baudendistel. Can she catch up to it? And how are they going to call this?
I think they're going to call a foul on Pauqualo.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Pauqualo just picked up 2 quick fouls. She now has 3. She has 15 points in the game. She's right behind the 20 by Reese Arnold. Cottrell on the inbound for Webster. Throws it. Biesink picks it up. Back to Cottrell. Now they go into Beesink. She backs in against Schaefer. She has to pull away, and she gets called for the travel.
Yeah, I think she slid the pivot foot. She had something else in mind when she spun around. She was going to go to the basket. When that was cut off, I think she slid the pivot foot so she could make the pass.
On the inbound with a 9-point lead. Here comes the pressure. Cottrell has the steal. She goes to the basket, and it's taken away by Abby Reese as she recovers from the poor inbound play. Pauqualo trying to get it down to Schaefer, and that was batted away by Julie Baudendistel.
That's a great place to block a shot at the waist when they bring the ball up. Not that it was shooting, but she got her down low and really wasn't looking for that block there. Good play.
On the inbound, Schaefer gets it from Arnold. Now they go to Kurtz for three. Ooh, that could have been the hammer there. Now Lauren Freeman couldn't keep the handle on that one. And
Freeman wants a foul. She said, wait a second. When I've done that, it was a foul.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's thinking. Pauqualo kicks it outside. It's a long three, in and out there from Abby Reese.
Arnold.
There is Arnold. Scrappy player. She gets it inside Pauqualo, dishes it off to Schaefer, brings it across court. There's 10 on the shot clock. This is Arnold. Schaefer has a look. Can't get it. There's a couple opportunities there that Westminster had to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Westminster 19-0 run here in the last 8.5 minutes.
Now it is Rhines. Naomi Johnson left with an injury, and hopefully she's back, is able to come back into this one. Now going to the basket is Lauren Freeman, and she finally gets the Gorlocks on the board here in the fourth quarter, and she's going to get the +1. 67-60.
And that is the third foul on Arnold with 3:10 left in the game. Baudendistel comes out. In for her, Jordan Grimes.
Freeman has 6 points on the night. And that one rolls in for her, and it's 67-61. We've seen this pressure defense by the Gorlocks, and they've erased a few leads with that so far here tonight. Pauqualo has the ball knocked away from her by Jordan Grimes, and it looks like Talisha Washington is going to call a timeout. And Talisha Washington was named the basketball coach of the year here in the SLIAC, as she led the Westminster to that 7-2 in the conference record this season. And they were picked to be 5th in the preseason poll, so she just did a great job. And they are one of the 2 teams in the SLIAC that was able to have double digits in wins. And this is the first time in her career of taking home this top coaching award, so we congratulate Talisha Washington on the job she's done with these Westminster Blue Jays, as she's 3 minutes and 3 seconds away from bringing them a conference title.
Yeah, let's also add to that Clifton Cooper, Ben Pilardi, and Coach A, Alicia Smith, as the other part of her coaching staff. And we should mention the Gorlocks, as they are trying to repeat on the championship, the SLIAC championship. Their coach, Jordan Olafson, Sydney Cole, and Angel Sadler. And Coach Olafson in his 13th season as the head coach.
As we come out of this timeout, it is 67-61. Westminster on top. They're the number 2 seed in this tournament. The number 1 seeded Gorlocks break their timeout huddle. Freeman, Beesink, Cottrell, Grimes, and Rhines. Inbounded to Schaefer. Schaefer lost the handle. Here we go. This is Kiara Rhines. Gets it into the hands of Grimes.
Man-to-man defense for Westminster now.
Beesink picks up her dribble, gives it to Freeman. And Naomi Johnson still on the bench with a knee injury, it looked like. Now Beesink drives against Schaefer, has to kick it out. There's nobody home there, and the ball is going to go to Westminster.
And so they got the turnover at the other end, but give it right back here. And really, with Boden-Distel on the bench, you'd have to look to Biesink to be your scorer at this point.
Arnold to Schaefer to Kurtz. It's a three.
Whoa.
It's a three for Shelby Kurtz. It's 70-61.
That's a big shot now. 2:15 to play, and Webster's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
They sure are. They're going to have to put that defense back together. Cottrell floats one up. Doesn't go. Ball is slapped out. Last touch by Madison Schaefer. Schaefer playing out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Hope you folks have enjoyed this game on College Cast. We thank SLIAC for putting this game out there for you to view and watch and enjoy. 2:04 to play.
Boden-Distel back in the game now and has a limp, trying to work her way through that.
Nice spin move by Cottrell. She floats one up and she's going to get fouled. And she will go to the line. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be called on Abby Reese. Abby Reese is shaking her head.
Her third foul.
Her third. And Boden-Distel goes out.
They're going to play offense, defense, I think, with Boden-Distel.
Yeah, Rhymes comes in. So Kiara Rhymes is 5, and Jordan Grimes is 15. She makes the first. She has 10 points now. That one goes in and out, and a rebound, offensive rebound by Kiara Rhymes.
You got to get that rebound. You're in the perfect spot. You can't let them beat you to it.
Down 8 with 1:46 to play. They get it to Biesink. Biesink has a cutting Freeman. Can't get the handle, and she misses the shot, puts up another one, and it doesn't fall, but she gets fouled and will go to the line.
Oh, that's on Arnold. That's her fourth. Boy, if she goes out, that's a big ball handler. I mean, she's scoring points, getting a lot of rebounds, but late in the game, the key for her is the ball handling.
1:36 to play. Freeman misses the first.
Freeman 3 for 4 from the line tonight.
Next one coming, trying to cut the lead to 7. Good knee bend. Basket is good. 70-63, 136. Arnold has it. Long pass down the floor to Schaefer. Whoa, might have traveled. Guess not, if the refs didn't call it.
Coach Olafson thought so, too.
Now Schaefer. Watched by Biesink. Ball inside. Powell-Qualo kicks it outside. It's Kurtz again. Oh, she gets it to go. Shelby Kurtz, 73-63. And we have a charge called underneath, an offensive foul.
I think that's on Grimes.
Yeah, it is on Grimes.
It's her fourth.
73-63. Kurtz with a couple of big threes here. That might have been the final nail there. 1:04 to play. Then we have the offensive foul, and
gotta like that. The head coach going to come out and wipe some things up here, clean up a wet spot. But boy, the dagger there. I think Shelby Kurtz 2 threes late here in the fourth have been big shots for Westminster.
She has 9 points on the evening. 73-63, 1:04 to play. Jim Plyman and Buzz Swanston with you. Joey Messenbrink producing. Gavin Anderson on the camera. And we're going to have some postseason awards at the end of this night, too, here, as well as the trophy presentation. And we're trying to get the clock squared away, the possession arrows squared away, getting everybody at the table on the same page. We're good. 1:04 to go. Here we go. On the inbound. Ball slapped away by Lauren Freeman. I just love how she plays this game of basketball. What a passion she plays with. She's so fun to watch.
She's got a tough assignment trying to stick with Arnold.
And she's on Arnold right there. She gives her a little nudge. No call there.
And Coach Washington calls timeout.
Very good call for the timeout there. Arnold was in trouble. Her balance wasn't good. Somehow she kept her feet from going and touching the sideline. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to collegecast.com.
Rob Fassel. Adam Freudel here. We both landed our dream jobs with the Cardinals front office.
But we have something else in common. We found our purpose at Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri.
Home of Churchill's Iron Curtain speech. Ranked nationally in the top 15% for graduate earnings. With a 97% placement rate.
And a Forbes Best Value. Visit wcmo.edu today to schedule your visit to Westminster, one of America's most historic and transformative colleges. From learners
to leaders.
As we come out of this timeout, there's 58.6 seconds left, and the Westminster Blue Jays have a 73-63 lead. And Buzz, they own this fourth quarter.
They have. They starting with even into the end of the third quarter, a 25-6 run. And that has really been a lot. 10 points down with a minute left is quite a challenge for Webster, especially when this quarter they haven't put the ball in the basket, but 1 field goal and 3 free throws.
There's a ball contested on the inbound between Arnold and Rhines. You know, and Baudendistel is just coming back in the game. She's really gutted one out here with a bad ankle. And Naomi Johnson left in the middle of this fourth quarter with looked like a knee injury.
Arnold with, it should be Ryan's fourth foul, yeah, that's what they have.
Fourth, okay, and this is going to send Reese Arnold to the free throw line with 20 points in her back pocket. Going for 21. Oh, yes.
I don't want to jinx you there, Reese, but she's 5 for 5 from the line.
Oh, no broadcast drinks from Buzz Swanston.
All right.
75-63. You know, getting that third win against the team is always hard. Baudendistel flushes one. 75-66, a three-pointer for Julie Baudendistel.
And now they've got to figure out some way to get the ball back without fouling and putting Arnold at the free throw line. If you're going to foul, try to foul somebody else. The problem is they want to inbound the ball to Arnold because she's a good free throw shooter and she's a good ball handler. So they've got to see if they can get a steal before Westminster gets possession and brings it up court.
Addison Biesink at the moment leads all scorers with 23, but she's been quiet in this fourth quarter. And it is with 22 points, it is Reese Arnold. 15 for Evelina Pauqualo.
Yeah, and really
and then the two big three-pointers that came from the hand of Shelby Kurtz has been the daggers here, as her three-pointers for the Blue Jays have really cushioned this lead.
Naomi Johnson had 2 in the third quarter that really boosted Webster, but then she went out with an injury.
Biesink will guard against Abby Reese here. 50 seconds. Where is Arnold? No, they get it to Pauqualo. Now Kurtz gets across center. Double teamed there by Freeman. And it's last touched by Kurtz. So Webster will get the ball back with 45 seconds to go. They trail by 9.
So they get the turnover, and with that, they're able to bring Baudendistel back in.
She hobbles onto the floor.
She's being guarded by Pauqualo, the best defender on.
You're going to have to put this up. This one is short. Biesink saves it, but tips it right to Arnold. Arnold's going to have to be fouled there. And she is. And who are they going to pick to? They're going to give it to Cottrell. That'll be her third. And that's going to send Reese Arnold to the free throw line.
Yeah, both teams in the bonus. 30 seconds left. But it's really been a good basketball game and runs by each team. Arnold hits that first.
Reese Arnold First team all-conference player, and she has showed it tonight here. 77-66 is the lead. No reason to foul anybody here if you're Westminster. Let her go to the basket. Cottrell misses. Biesink follows it up. And they call a timeout. 77-68 now with 22.2 seconds to play.
And they're fighting their way through, but can't make up any distance here because the free throw shooting by Arnold here in this quarter has been big, along with the 2 big threes by Kurtz.
And again, we remind you to stay with us after this game is completed, as they will have the trophy presentation for the winner of this conference championship and some personal awards, conference players and things of that ilk. Coach of the Year and 6th Woman of the Year, Sportsmanship Award and things of that ilk.
Well, the Gorlocks are out of timeout, so
it will be Abby Reese on the inbound here. Players spread out all over the floor. Here comes Arnold to get to the basketball. Now she's going to need help. They're going to have to hurry and get it in. And great hustle there by Jordan Grimes, knocking the ball away from the intended receiver, if you will. Ball went out of play. 19.7 left.
I almost feel like throw the ball long, even if you don't get it in.
Freeman and Arnold.
Oh.
And foul from behind the play. Freeman apologizes to Reese Arnold. Arnold says, I don't care, I'm going to the free throw line, I'm good.
And that's Freeman's 4th.
She has 8 points. But going to the line here is Reese Arnold. 24 points. 25 points. 78-68.
Well, and I think the key last night in the semifinal was free throws for Westminster. And here in the 4th quarter, Arnold has been perfect.
79-68 as Westminster has just dominated the 4th quarter here. There's the basket, 79-70 as we count down these. Well, we've got 8 seconds left on the foul. So it looks like the number 2 seed is going to take down the 1 seed. Webster had won 11 in a row, as I'd mentioned, 18 in a row here at home. They were the regular season champions. As Schaefer makes the first one. She's up to 9 points. Oh, misses that one. 80-70. Cottrell backs up, takes the 3 at the buzzer, gets it to go, and the Webster Gorlocks run is over, and Westminster celebrates at midcourt as they are very excited to come away with this victory. 80-73 is the final, and that 3-pointer there by Cottrell at the buzzer. What a hard-earned victory for the Blue Jays here, Buzz, as they just took over in this 4th quarter and took a deficit, turned it into a positive, and just came away with a hard-fought victory.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned this at the beginning. They did this without one of their starting 5, as Kaylee Dollar was injured and not able to play in the semifinal or here in the final. But what an effort, and as you said, it was a number of runs back and forth, but the 4th quarter, they just dominated at the beginning. Had that 19-0 run starting at the end of the 3rd quarter, running through most of the 4th quarter, and they did still continue to struggle inbounding the ball after a basket by Webster, but they were able to overcome that and hit some key shots down the end and pick up some turnovers themselves, get some steals on Webster, and it's a dejected-looking Webster team over there. They've had a great season, and just happens to be, you play, as you said, play somebody 3 times. It's hard to beat a good team 3 times in the same season, and this one, Westminster able to prevail. Congratulations to both teams.
Yeah, this was a good game here tonight, and it was a Webster falls to 11-2 on the season, and Westminster improves to 12-3. But and it was a 58-50 lead for Webster after the third quarter, and they seemed to be in control of this game.
Yeah, and we were even wondering, can Westminster get back in it? And, boy, they did that quickly. They didn't mess around to get back in it.
So we're going to stay right here as we get ready for the trophy presentations and some postseason awards as well.
And once again, we'd like to thank all the SLIAC sponsors, which include Adidas, College Cast, Drury Hotels, Winning Streak, Wilson, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and Collegiate Awards. And if you or your company would like to join that group of sponsors, opportunities are available, and it can be customized to ensure mutually beneficial relationship between your company and the conference. For more information, contact the SLIAC commissioner, who we'll see here, I believe, giving out awards. That is Dick Kaiser at commissioner. Let me repeat. You can email him, commissioner@sliac.org, or call him 314-301-8900.
As they get the trophies and awards ready at the table here at center court. Again, you mentioned a little bit, but, the Gorlocks lost Naomi Johnson in that game, and Julie Bautista was playing on just a half of an ankle, it seemed like, and, you give them credit. What a great game by Addison Besink is she popped in 25 points tonight. Reese Arnold led the way with 26 for Westminster. But, you talk about a team game. Westminster did play that tonight. They used a lot of players. A lot of different players scored. And, they were smart enough to get the ball into the hands of Arnold. And then they used some three-pointers from Kurtz in that fourth quarter and just put everything together and came home with his championship.
They will have a happy bus ride back to Fulton this evening, for sure.
Would.
Well, and they're going to start with all conference players, it sounds like.
Those that are in attendance here tonight.
Jordan Grimes from Webster University.
She's on the all-sportsmanship team.
Yeah, there you go.
And the sportsmanship team award went to Greenville University.
From Westminster College,
Michaela Jackson from Westminster is their representative on the all-sportsmanship team. And Michaela is out of Eureka, Missouri, Eureka High School.
Third-team all-conference from Webster University, Hannah Cottrell.
Hannah Cottrell, a third-team all-conference player from Webster. Olivia Falls, Natalie Fitcher, Riley Stafford, and Jillian Venegas were also third-team conference players.
A second-team all-conference player from Westminster College, Paulina Pauqualo.
Paulina Pauqualo from Westminster is a second-team all-conference player. She's from Republic, Missouri. She had a great game here tonight, as she had 15 points in this winning effort. Anaya Simmons, Madeline Stephen, Abby Stotler, and Hunter Wright were also second conference players. Reese Arnold, 26 points in this game tonight, and then she showed why she is a first-team all-conference player.
Played her high school basketball at Washington High School in Washington, Missouri.
From Webster
And
University.
then two more from Webster. Julie Bodendistel from Lindbergh High School is a first-team all-conference player. She is just a sophomore.
And from Webster University, Addison Beesink.
Addison Beesink out of Jackson, Missouri. Another SLIAC first-team all-conference player. And she put out 25 points tonight in this contest.
And she is going to smile for the picture, but she's
smile
yeah.
on.
I was going to say she wasn't really happy walking out there, but she put
she
the smile out. And it's
that's great.
Really, those three, a junior, a sophomore, and a junior, we'll see those again next year.
From Westminster College,
Talisha Washington, Coach of the Year. We mentioned that during the broadcast, and congratulations to her and her team for winning this tournament. They tell her, take that mask off and smile. Good for her.
And the 2021 SLIAC Women's Basketball Player of the Year, Julie Bodendistel.
Julie Bodendistel is the SLIAC 2021 Conference Player of the Year, as Julie averaged 19 points a game, and just she had 12 here tonight and was playing on one leg, and she just was tremendous.
Yeah,
we congratulate her as the Player of the Year in the SLIAC Conference.
Yeah, that injury came in the first half.
Very early.
Yeah.
And the second place trophy to Webster University. What a season they had. They had a great run. They lost their opening game of the season and then ran off 11 straight wins. And they just ran into a fourth quarter buzzsaw, these Blue Jays here tonight.
For sure, yeah.
And
they'll look back and realize what a good season they had. And as you mentioned, and I know with the halftime interview, talked about with the pandemic, able to get the whole season in and get to the playoffs.
And they don't lose any, this year really doesn't count. So if you are a senior, you can come back. And Kiara Rhines is a senior. Naomi Johnson is a senior.
From Eureka College, Olivia Falls.
This is the all-tournament team. Olivia Falls from Eureka College. Madeline Steffen from Greenville.
Webster University, Addison Beesink.
Addison Beesink is an all-tournament player. She brings home the little hardware. She's going to pull that mask off and smile again. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
From Webster University, Julie Bodendistel.
Julie Bodendistel, also an all-tournament player. And Julie's, like I said before, just a sophomore. Shelby Kurtz.
Yeah. And Shelby's a freshman.
And a couple of big three-pointers for her in that fourth quarter.
And the 2021 SLIAC Women's Basketball Tournament MVP from Westminster College, Reese Arnold.
Yeah, Reese Arnold, the tournament MVP, well-deserved as she comes out. And I think she picks up the second-to-last piece of hardware here tonight. And they saved the best for last. Your 2021 SLIAC Women's Conference champions. Are about to be announced.
The conference tournament champions, Westminster College Blue Jays.
And that is Kaylee Dollar on the crutches. Coming out with the whole team and the coaching
Kayla
staff.
Jackson, the senior, out there as well. And they will take the team picture with the banner. And it's a bunch of happy ladies here as they win this one here tonight. 80-73. And our champions in 2021. So, Buzz, you got to see a few games in this tournament, and, I got to see a couple on the men's side and the women's side as well, and we saw a lot of good basketball.
We did.
As usual, and, we just compliment all the coaches and the training staff. We compliment the desire that these girls had to do to get through this with all the COVID regulations and such. And, this is what you work for from the very beginning. And we're going to see if we can get a quick interview here with Coach Washington.
And we also want to congratulate the SLIAC staff who runs the league, puts the tournament on, and just did a great job. And the effort they made to get the season in itself, a lot of conference calls and making sure that everybody would be safe, and that's quite an accomplishment. We congratulate all of them.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and Coach Talisha Washington will join us on the post game here, and then we'll wrap things up here from Webster University. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to collegecast.com.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others.
And we are here with Coach Talisha Washington, the SLIAC Coach of the Year here, and what a fourth quarter. Where did that come from?
It's one of those things where we knew we had to step up our defense in order to get stops. If we were going to win this game, we had to get stops on the defensive end. And so my girls turned it up, and they stepped up to the challenge, and we got stops, and that was big against a great Webster team.
Yeah, and we talked in the broadcast, and I know you hear it as a coach or as a player, to beat a team 3 times in a row is tough.
Absolutely.
And you've had 2 losses at them. You knew what you were going to see tonight, and you guys adjusted and came away with this win. And it was such a team win because you had so many girls score in the game. And the big threes from Kurtz, in that fourth quarter, and it just spread out. And of course, the game that you got from Reese Arnold was tremendous. So
Absolutely.
Just a good team win tonight.
Absolutely, it was a great team win. That's one of the things that we've talked about is that we got to do this together. We got to stay together. The first couple encounters that we had with Webster, their press is just really good, and that's something that we focused on this week is just handling the press and staying within ourselves and not letting us feel rushed to get a shot up, just working the ball and having opportunities to take great shots. And that's what we did.
And last thing I want to touch on, you as a coach, you're watching this game, the pressure that they're putting on you, you fall behind. Then you get the lead again. Then you lose a game when, lose the lead again when the pressure gets going on all these inbound plays under the basket. And you have to keep your cool and keep your head in the game and as well. And you got to keep the girls from, just succumbing to the pressure of that defense, and you obviously did a good job as they did too.
I kept saying to myself, I was like, Lord, don't let me lose my composure. Keep me sane here. And so, and that's the thing that we talked about is just staying composed and just continuing to do us and not rush through it.
All right,
so.
Thank you. Go celebrate with your team.
All
Thank
right.
you for your
Thank
time.
you,
Congratulations.
Guys. All right, appreciate you.
That's going to do it here from Webster University. It was a hard-fought 80-73 victory for Westminster over Webster University, and they're going to have some fun as they're going to go down and cut some netting down, and the girls are going to have a good time. So, yeah. Buzz, any last comments?
I was just going to say thank you to all the folks that watched. We had a lot of viewers for this one, and you got to see a great game. And if you have some friends that weren't able to watch now, you can watch it on the archive. So just go back out to collegecast.com as the girls are cutting down the net here. I think they'll all end up with a piece of net to take home with them. So that's a good deal.
That's great. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
See what SLIAC sports are coming up here in the spring.
All right, for our cameraman Gavin Anderson tonight, our man behind the controls Joey Messenbrink, my partner Buzz Swanson, my name is Jim Plyman, and again, we are glad to have been able to bring this exciting basketball game to you. We thank the SLIAC Conference for having us, and you have watched this on collegecast.com. Hope you'll have a great rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody.
What makes D3 special is the ability to participate in my team and within the broader community.
The perfect ending to a perfect season.
Being a D3 student athlete has completely expanded my life.
I learned how to lead. I really found a voice.
What time is it?
It's more about the experience rather than just a sport itself.
Without the experience of being a Division III student athlete, I wouldn't be the person who I am today.
NCAA Division III. Discover, develop, dedicate.